Last week, I went to Canada for the first time from the United States. And I think that Canadians, Border Patrol people, are absolutely insane. So, as you know, I invest in companies that are trading on TSXV, which is Toronto Stock Exchange Venture, Canadian Stock Exchange, OTC. But I never in my life went to Canada because I never had a reason to go to Canada. And I've lived in the United States for almost getting close to about 30 years, never had a reason to go to Canada. And because most of the companies that, even though I invest in them and they trade on the Canadian exchange, I mean, Canada is not a big country in terms of population, right? So a lot of the companies that I invest in, even though they might have an office in Canada, they might be listed in Canada, really a lot of their business is in the United States, or they might be international companies, they might be technology companies. There was just no reason for me to go to Canada. And some people are surprised, like, how come you never went to Canada? Well, I never did. I never had a reason to, like, just never did. But the stories that I would always hear is that, like, in the past, like, you didn't even need a passport to go to Canada. Like, that's what I was told. Now you do. So in my mind, I was like, okay, I can just go to Canada, right? I have a US passport, I can just go to Canada. And in my mind is like, I drove, because I live like in Indiana, not too far away from Detroit, and Detroit is close to Canada. So it's like, okay, I'm just gonna drive. It's like a 7-hour drive, 7-hour drive to Toronto, but it's more like 3.5-hour drive to the border of Canada. So it's like pointless for me to go to Chicago, which is like 2.5-hour drive, and then, you know, mess around at the airport, then go to Toronto, and then spend another 2 hours at the airport. It's like, I might as well drive. And I wanted my car. So, and, you know, I wanted to go because I wanted to visit one of the companies that I am doing due diligence on for Microcap Explosions. They had a head office in Toronto, so I wanted to visit them, and then I wanted to, you know, hang out with Colin Fisher, who is a fellow investor in Voxtur. He's like, hey, come to Toronto, I'll show you around. I'm like, okay, I'll come. And then, of course, Gary Yeoman from Voxtur is in Toronto, so like, hey, let's have dinner, let's get together, let's meet in person for the first time. And bunch of people from Microcap Explosions live in Canada, and couple people I know that live in Toronto. So I had, like, you know, 4 people to meet with. So in my mind, like, I have a US passport, I'm gonna go through the Canadian border like a pay toll, like you go through a you know, toll booth, you know, paying tolls, right? Like with the people checking your passport. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna drive in, give the passport, they're gonna ask me a few questions, kind of like what they did in Mexico. Hey, what are you doing here? 5 days, okay, have a nice trip. That's what I thought, because we're neighbors, right? Go through, give the passport. Hey, what are you doing here? Oh, I'm here to visiting a few friends, and have a good day. So here's how it goes if you wanna go to Canada from the US, on a US passport. Okay, you go through a bridge, because it's like a Ambassador's Bridge, like Detroit, right? You go through the bridge, you pay $6 to go through the bridge, and then you pull up to a booth with an attendant, right? You pull up, you give your passport and all the paper that you filled out, and then they kind of give you an interview for 10 minutes, right? Why are you here? Well, I'm here to visit a company, and visit a friend. What company? Well, this company. Why are you going there? I run an investment website where I do due diligence on the companies. I want to go visit their office to make sure they're for sure. I want to interview the CEO. I want to have them show me around, and I'm going to have hang out with my friend who lives in Toronto. Well, did you ever meet this friend? Well, no. I just met him on Zoom, and the same thing with the company. Just met them on Zoom, and well, why didn't you meet them in person? Well, because they're in Canada and I'm in the US, and I've never been to Canada. Like, this is my first time traveling to Canada. Okay, after 10 minutes, it's all good. He's like, pull up to over there, go to the right and left, and my associates will take care of you. Okay, so I go, I pull up, and I see like 20 people, 20 officers, like waiting for me to pull up, right? And I get out of the car, and they're like, leave everything in the car, don't take your wallet, don't take your phone, just leave it in the car and stand in front of the car. Okay, 7 of them come. 7 of them come to my car, and they sniff and search my entire car. 7 of them, not 2, not 3, not 1, not 5, 7. 7 go through my car, open the hood, go through all of my clothing, go through every piece of my clothing, right? My socks were like together. They went through every single sock to make sure I don't have in there. I'm thinking, oh my goodness, I wish I had a camera with me, and I wish I was able to like videotape this. I'm like, I'm coming from US. Like, I'm not coming from, some European country, like some country that's like, politically unstable. I'm coming from the US on a US passport. Like, what do you think I'm gonna bring? Like pot? You guys have pot to be stoned for the rest of your life. What are you searching? Like, oh my goodness, they open my hood, they look under the hood, under each wheel, they open like the entire car, like in my glove compartment, look through everything. I'm just standing there, I'm like, this is unbelievable. I'm just going to Canada. Like Mexico, they didn't do anything. Like, yeah, 5 questions, yeah, go, to Mexico. This is Canada. So after 45 minutes, okay, 45 minutes of taking my car apart, everything, asking me another questions, why am I here, and comparing the notes from the other guy that interviewed me, and wrote down notes to make sure everything matches, right? Okay, after 45 minutes of that, I'm still not through, okay? I have to go to the customs office and give my passport there, wait, 20 minutes, and then finally I get up and I have another interview, okay? Why are you coming here? It's like, I'm coming here, I'm visiting a company, and I'm visiting a couple of my friends. Oh my goodness. When I said a couple of my friends, this lady just blew up. Like, why are you changing your story? I'm like, what? Story? I'm going to visit the company and have, hang out with a couple of my friends, have dinner and this. You are changing your story because you said, this paper said that you were going to visit the company and visit one person, and I gave the name of the person. Now you have 2 people to visit? I was like, oh my goodness. Like, I said, I know more than one person in Canada. Why is this such a big deal? And I'm talking calmly and everything, and she just starts blowing up at me. Your story doesn't match up. I'm gonna send you back to the US because you're not prepared. And I'm like, prepared? Prepared for what? I said, excuse me, I was under the impression, and I said, maybe I'm wrong. I was under the impression that I'm a US citizen, I can just come to Canada. Like, I didn't think I had to prepare. Oh yeah, you think you can just come over here and la 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 la. I'm like, you need to prove to me why you're here. And I said, I already said that. Like, I have an investment website where, I do due diligence on companies. What is due diligence? Like, really? You don't know what due diligence is? Like, I come and I travel, and I'm here to visit a company. I want to, visit their office to make sure that they're talk to the CEO, maybe do an interview. Have you ever met the CEO? Yes. I over Zoom. I already interviewed the CEO. And then I know more than one person here. Like, I didn't think it was such a big deal. No, you're changing the story on me. And because you're visiting a company, you're in a different category than just a tourist. I'm like, whoa. Okay, take this back. Forget about the company. Like, I don't need to see the company. Like, I can just go to see my friends. No. You can't change your story on me. You need to prove to me because I'm about to send you back to the US. And I'm thinking, like, you know what? I'm so over it now. Like, I wanted to say, take your fucking Canada, shove it up your goddamn fucking ass. I'm going back to the US. Like, honestly, I don't need to go to Canada. I don't need to go and visit the office. Like, I just wanted to go to Canada. I just wanted to go to Canada. I've never been to Canada. Somebody invited me and I created an excuse. And that's what I'm telling her. I'm like, look, I've never been to Canada, okay? I don't need to visit this company, okay? I don't need to see my friends. I don't. I'm visiting this company so that I can have an excuse to go to Canada. It's this simple. Like, somebody said, come to Canada, I'll show you Toronto. And I set up a meeting with this company because I'm in the middle of doing my research and due diligence on this company. And it's that simple. Like, I don't need to go there. I want to go there because I thought that from the US, I can just travel to Canada. It's that simple. There's nothing hiding here or this or that. It's this simple. You need to show me an invitation from this company that they invited you to come. I said, I pull up my phone and I said, look, and I show her my calendar because, like, they send me an invitation, and you know how these invitations, like, they kind of sync with your calendar, and then you accept it and it shows up in your calendar, right? Oh, no, this is nothing. This is not an invitation. This is just your calendar. I'm like, okay. Well, I show her a text that I'm texting with the CEO that, like, hey, thank you for because it was like after I interviewed him, like, through Zoom for Microcap Explosions, I said to him during the Zoom, hey, would it be okay if I visit your office? And he's like, yeah, and I said, hey, can you give me your cell phone number so I can text you something? So he gave me the cell phone number, and then we were texting, like, and I said in the text, hey, thank you for the interview. Put me on for May 12th. I'll be in your office, and like this kind of little exchange. So I show her the exchange. She's like, that doesn't mean anything. It's just an exchange about an interview. And I'm like, oh man. So I'm like, I did an interview with him. What kind of interview? I already told you. I run this website and interview CEOs. And on the interview, I said, that I want to come, put me on for May 12th. She's like, I need to see a proof that they invited you. I said, I don't have any proof. It's just this simple. I said, put me on for 12 o'clock for 2 hours. Show me the office. I'll come in, shake your hands. It's this simple. No. You have to have a proof. I said, look, this is the CEO of the company. You can call him. Like, here's my cell phone. Call him. No. That's not my job. That's your job. And I'm just like, I have had it at that point. It's like, this is ridiculous. But then after a while, I don't know what triggered it. I was just like, you know what? Let's just backtrack a little bit. Let's just calm down. Okay? I said, look, I've never been to Canada. Never had a reason to go. I ran this investment website that I write about companies. I present investment opportunities to people. And some of the subscribers to my channel are from Canada because the companies that I invest in trade in Canada, okay? So I had an opportunity. Somebody invited me because I've never been there and I wanted to go. The weather is nice. I want to see what Canada looks like because I never had a reason to go. And so then I phoned up this company or contacted this company and I said, hey, while I'm in Canada, can I come and visit? Yeah, sure. Come and visit on this. We're gonna report our numbers. Come and visit. That's it. And I have a friend that I share an investment idea, another company, and I want to meet with him. And he said he's gonna show me Toronto. And then while I'm staying in a hotel in Toronto, there is this CEO that I'm gonna have dinner with and a couple of subscribers to Microcap Explosions that want to get together with me to meet me in person. It's this simple. Like, I don't need to be here. I want to be here because, we're neighbors. Like, and then at that point, she just kind of like, calm down, stopped yelling at me, and she was just like, well, next time, come prepared. I was like, okay, I'll come prepared. She gave me the passport. I got in my car and I just drove to Canada. I was like, I had never in a million years thought that I had to go through such a pain to go from US to Canada. I thought it was going to be like going through a toll booth, show my passport and saying, hey, have a good day. Like it was in Mexico. Or like when I'm coming back from Canada after having a good time in Canada, you pull up to the booth, but I'm going to the US with a US passport. So I know it's different. But it was like 2 minutes. Boom. Show me the passport. Why are you going home? Why are you coming to the US? Well, I'm going home. Why were you in Canada? I visited 2 companies, couple of my friends. Do you have anything to declare? A friend of mine gave me a couple chocolates. Thank you very much. Boom. Done. Like, that's what I thought was going to be coming to Canada. So I am shocked. That's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it.